Dr. Scherer was a naturopathic physician who practiced homeopathy, color therapy, colonic therapy, herbs. But he was also a really strong spiritual healer. His faith, not necessarily in any religion, but in a higher power, really permeated everything he did. And he had large, warm hands and a huge heart, and he touched many people physically and emotionally and spiritually. This was Dr. Scherer practicing in his home office downtown on Mackenzie Street. He was a tiny little elephant man, about 5'4" maybe, but as you can see in this middle one, he had huge hands, and they were huge and hot and very, very powerful. And so there he is working on somebody's neck, and in the next one you can see the little rectangular, or I don't even know what it was, but it was filled with water that was bubbling, kind of like a fountain, and every day he would put a different color plexiglass slide in, and that was part of his color therapy. And statues of Kuan Yin.
They came through here, they came from all over the world. They still do.
And he started the school in 1979, and he passed away in 1990 at the age of 84. He was in a car accident. He was still practicing naturopathic medicine with an emphasis on massage. That was his great love. I came to school here in 1981 and had the privilege of studying with Dr. Scherer when he was teaching. And a year later, after I graduated, I was asked to help in the office, and one thing led to another, and I was suddenly directing the school, learning as I did it. His vision and his philosophy was that it's an honor to touch another human being, and we hold that sacred in every single thing that we do. From the application process in our first interviews, through the whole program.
I'm Kathy Black, and I'm half owner of the Scherer Institute here in Santa Fe. My husband and I, Keith, we bought the school a year ago. I began teaching here at the school in 1991, and I taught here until 1998. I took a little sabbatical, and then came back and started teaching some continuing education classes, and then we bought the school.
So what's your focus here?
Here at the school?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we try to give as full a spectrum as we can in 780 hours. So that means working very sensitively and as intuitively as we can, from the subtle energies to the therapeutic forms of Swedish and into the connective tissue and the deeper work, to work with injury, but from a very postural perspective, so that we're not just treating one little part, we're seeing the whole person and then assessing where do we need to work in order to help the whole person, and along with the specific injury or the specific pain. But we're very oriented towards connection and learning how to connect with the person through our hands, through our intuitions, through the heart, in a very balanced and technical way. And we have this very strong pathophysiology and anatomy program. So it's very grounded, very practical, effective, and sensitive. So I'd say that's what our work has been all these years, and it's what we continue to do. I teach what we call healing presence and intuition. I was the founder of the Healing Quality of Touch class, which is the basic massage class, where they learn to just how to step up to the table and be present with the person, how to move very slowly as they oil and touch, and how to feel and sense, to listen with their hands, really. And that's the primary course that I'm a part of. There are other teachers that I'm training as well that we work together. But that's the first class, and we're going to be including it more in the middle of the program as well, and at the end, so that we get to work with integrating all of the techniques and the work that they do through the anatomy and physiology, and just make it a one solid, very strong massage practice.
How did you get into massage or the healing arts?
Well, when I was a child, my father actually brought a Rolfer to our house when I was a young girl. I used to get Rolfed when I was young, and so I thought, well, I think I might like to do Rolfing someday. And in order to be a Rolfer, you had to go to massage school first and be a massage therapist. So when I was 20, I went to massage school in California, and that's where I actually met my what I would call my true teacher around massage and meditation. And she taught me the intuitive massage work. Her name is Alma Parks, and through that work, I learned to teach it. I learned to practice it.
When the students graduate here, what exactly do they do with what they've learned? I mean,
Because it's Santa Fe and it has a very strong healing arts emphasis here in the city. So that gives them a little bit more option of being able to have a private practice. There are spas that they go to. We also get a lot of people from out of town, other states, other countries. They often go back to where they had lived before. They come here for our 6-month program and then go back to their town or city. And there they have, some of them have spas. Again, some of them start a private practice. Some work in chiropractors' offices. Here we know of a lot of chiropractors, some acupuncturists even, they do cross work with different other professions, even physicians at times. Gone so medical, there's no way that we can do that here. It's not our focus. We do include medical and pain relief and things, but they're like doing pre-med almost in New York now. And you pretty much have to go to a New York school to get a New York license now.
because I was wondering what the spa scene is here. I mean, because the atmosphere here is seems to be a little bit more holistic.
I think it varies.
Compared to New York.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of imagining that maybe even the spas here are more like wellness centers as opposed to a place to move product or be a pampering environment.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have both, but I was just wondering what their focus would be here.
My impression is that they vary. It just depends on the spa and what their client, who they are catering to. We do have like a hot tub place that is, I'd call it a whole wellness center there, and they do have a lot of massage. They have a lot of different kinds of massage and body work along with their hot tub. So that's one type of atmosphere. And then there's the ones that are at the hotels, which is a little bit smaller perhaps, but and geared towards their patrons there at their hotel.
No, because I work this way more often, and my non-working hand can feel through them.
John Paul had today, see your strategy.
I can feel that it doesn't pull as much to the calculations as it does. I can feel it definitely pulls down through the catastrophic. So. Is that too much?
No.
And so again, I'm feeling I'm sinking in and feel ready for change.
What is your reaction?
Down and in fear. I'm not traveling.
To just say that I believe that the power of touch is profound, and I have a distress that quality of touch is getting lost in our country, and that we're kind of touch deprived almost, and the fear around touch has become greater and greater. So while I really love it that people get to go to so many different places now to receive more touch, I hope it will eventually be more connected through the families again and through the schools. But until then, at least people are getting more work. And I'm hoping that that even in the spas, where it seems like people get moved through so quickly and it seems a little impersonal at times, that hopefully that quality of touch can be conveyed, and that it's desperately needed in the world. And Dr. Scherer, who is the founder of this school, had many, many talents and had a lot of work he did in naturopathic medicine as well as massage. But he always used to say that massage was the most powerful healing agent. So he was dedicated to seeing massage therapists in the world. And I've been doing massage for 25 years myself. And as a child, our family used to massage each other on the floor, and it was like, I grew up with that. I grew up knowing that healing touch and the power of touch was just precious to me. And so that's the main reason why we're here and continuing to hope to put out people who love to be massage therapists. I mean, the people we get love to touch, and they love to share with people. They have this great service that they want to bring. So we're very happy to be here supporting them to live their dreams as well. I think that's what I want to say.
Thank you.